scientist, located between the grandstand and, of course, the main...
Welcome, race fans, to another edition of American Dirt Track Racing. This afternoon, we brought our Strawser Motorsports video cameras to the Valey Speedway on this beautiful, sunshiny Sunday afternoon. We have a pretty good field of micro sprints on hand and a big field of mini stocks and pure stocks. Joining me on top of the tower this afternoon will be Ken Stahl. He'll be helping me handle all the lap-by-lap exciting action here at Valey.
Well, it's good to be back here, John. My second trip to Valey, and track in great shape for this afternoon racing program, and we're scheduled to get off and underway shortly with the first heat race of the afternoon.
Well, we have a pretty good turnout of fans on hand here once again, but not quite as good as it is on their regular Friday night deal.
Well, I think you get your normal crowd on a Friday night, and they're used to that. They got rained out, and they're using the rain date here, and it seems like when you go to a rain date, you always do lose a few people.
That's for sure. I was down in the pit area a little bit earlier before we got set up here this afternoon. I talked to a few of the drivers, so while we wait for the first qualifying heat race, what do you say we take a look at the interviews I did with the drivers a little bit earlier. Standing here right now in the micro sprint pits at the Valey Speedway with Rick Koning, I believe it's pronounced, right, Rick?
Yeah, that's correct.
And you're the driver of the Stallard Engineering house car here, the number 27S. How long have you been racing micros, Rick?
This is my second year. Last year I started out, and that's where I started from, and now this is where I'm at now.
Just started last year, and you're already in the winner's circle. I guess you won last night at Hill Valley?
Yeah, that was our 9th win this year.
9 wins. That's pretty good. How about driving a house car? Does that put any added pressure on you or anything?
Well, yeah, everyone thinks that you should always be up front. You know, it's one of them deals where I just sit back and just do the best I can. And
well, you guys sell what you race, so I guess it is pretty tough. I mean, you got customers out there, I'm sure, that are just as fast as you are a lot of nights.
Oh yeah, that's a big problem. We have a couple customers. You know, another guy down from where I'm from just got into it this year, and we helped him out. And every time we race up against him, you know, he's always right there. He's always, you know, beating on our door, or else we're beating on his door.
You had to feel pretty good about having this car featured in Open Wheel magazine here a couple of months ago.
Yeah, we were happy. It was a real good turnout for Open. You know, it did a real good job for us as far as selling cars and stuff. And
I'll bet. Today we have a day race situation here at Valey. The track will probably get pretty hard and dry and slick, I would imagine. There's not a lot of cars here. Do you think it is because of the daylight show?
Yeah, I believe a lot of guys don't like to run in the daytime. Every time there seems to be a Sunday show, it usually only turns out to be like 15, 20 cars around. I don't know why, because we're going to try to run Valey today and head up to Banana for tonight, because they start at 7 o'clock tonight. We're going to see what happens here. It depends how late it gets here.
So it'll make a pretty busy weekend for you. If you can win here today and win tonight at Banana, you'd have a pretty good weekend.
We'd have a real good weekend.
Okay, Rick, it's been a pleasure meeting you for the first time and talking to you here. I know Mark, your car owner. I know Mark for a couple of years, but first time I got a chance to actually meet the driver here. And we want to congratulate you on your win last night, and good luck today.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Do bet. Okay, we're back here at the Valey Speedway, just about set to go with the first heat race of the afternoon. We go down over the starting lineup. On the pole with the number 5S will be Greg DeSantis. Make that Craig DeSantis, and alongside him in car number 31 will be Dave Woodrow, I guess it is.
Row 2 inside, starting third in the 11G will be Dave Grove, and starting fourth in car number 76S, Eugene Johnson.
In that fifth starting spot, in car number 111 will be Jim Callahan Jr., and alongside him, the number 1 will be Lance DeWeese.
Starting 7th in car number 2 will be Scotty Snyder, and outside of him, starting 8th in the 9 will be Kerry Shane.
In that 9th starting spot will be the number 27S. This is the Maverick Stallard house car driven by Rick Koning, and alongside him will be the number W2 of Jason Waite, and bringing up the rear will be the 34 of Jack Armstrong. We've got green flag on the speedway in this, the first qualifying heat race for the micros.
And Craig DeSantis quickly takes the lead in car 5 as he heads down the backstretch and into turn number 3. DeSantis at the front of the pack. Right now the Shawley's house car is on the inside, and that's the 111 of Jimmy Callahan. He takes over second.
Jim Callahan moving into that second spot right now. Everybody chasing the number 5S of Greg DeSantis. That's the EMC house car. A good battle here for that third position now between the number 76 of Eugene Johnson and the number 11 of Dave Grove.
And Rick Koenig and Lance DeWeese right behind those two, as we got a real good battle right now for that third spot. Up front, it continues to be Craig DeSantis. He's actually pulling away from Jimmy Callahan Jr., who runs second. This will be lap number 4 and halfway this time.
4 down and 4 to go on your leader, Craig DeSantis. There you see the number 76 of Wayne Johnson being hotly pursued by the number 11 of Dave Grove. As we'll continue to watch him, Rick Koenig riding along in that 5th position right now in the number 27.
This is lap 5 they're completing right now. We'll get the 2-lap sign the next time around. And it looks like Craig DeSantis has the right combination. There's a pass going on the speedway as Koenig moves up to 4th.
Koenig will now set his sights on the number 76 of Wayne Johnson. Eugene Johnson, I should say, for that 3rd spot. They'll be coming around this time and picking up the white flag from our starter, Pat Snyder.
1 to go for your leader, Craig DeSantis. Jimmy Callahan Jr. in that 2nd spot. There's DeSantis on your screen. He takes the car down into turn number 3 and out of turn 4, and he'll pick up the win in heat race number 1.
Checkered flag waves. DeSantis will pick up the win, as you said, Ken. Finishing in that 2nd spot will be the number 111 of Jim Callahan Jr. Finishing 3rd will be the 76 of Eugene Johnson.
Car number 11 of Dave Grove finished 5th, and right behind him, qualifying 6th in the 1, was Lance DeWeese.
So there's your winner on the screen, the number 5, the EMC house car, driven by Craig DeSantis, and we'll be back with more action here from the Path Valley Speedway.
Moving on now for our second qualifying heat event for the micros. Starting on the pole with car number 74 is going to be Randy. They get him cleared away at the scales.
Okay, we're back here at the Path Valley Speedway for the second qualifying heat race for the micro sprints. Starting on the pole will be the number 74 of Randy Keeler, and alongside him in car number 21M will be Chuck Morrow.
Starting in the 3rd spot in the Camel Express, number 26 will be Billy Swartz, and right beside him, starting 4th, one of the heavyweights making her very few starts, one of a very few starts, I should say, for 1987, Bev Kasner in car 44.
In that 5th position will be the number 15, the other Maverick Stallard house car, driven by Tom Snyder. Picked up a win here the last time we were at Path Valley Speedway, and alongside him in car number 65 will be Mark Wetzel.
Starting in the 7th spot in car 39 will be Bob Suter, I believe it is, and starting 8th in the 32, Danny Robinson.
I believe it's pronounced Sauter. If you remember, he was down at Linda Speedway. We covered a show down there, Ken. Okay, in that 9th starting spot, in the number 50B, will be Merritt Burge, and alongside him in car number 00 will be Gary McGee, son of the track owner here at Path Valley.
And starting scratch in the event in car number 2X will be Terry Schaefer.
Okay, there's your 11 starters, 8 laps the distance. We'll be back for the waving of the green flag. We're back in here at the Path Valley Speedway, just about set to go with heat race number 2 as the field comes tearing off turn number 4. Car number 74, Randy Kaler, your leader. Billy Swartz runs in that 2nd spot, being followed closely by Chuck Morrow in the 3rd position. Tommy Snyder now making a bid on Morrow as they come off turn number 4. Kaler continues to lead.
1 lap in the book, and Billy Swartz right now hugging the inside in the Camel Express, but he loses some ground. Your leader, Randy Kaler, as they come off of turn 4. This is lap 2 on Kaler at the front of the pack.
And the yellow flag comes out for car number 32, who got in a little bit of trouble. That's Denny Robinson coming off of turn number 2 on the last lap. As right there you see him on the screen, he'll catch up to the tail end of the field. And we'll be back with the restart. Okay, we'll watch them as they come off turn number 4. Starter Pat Snyder signaling one more trip around on your leader, Rick Kaler. So we'll just hang right in here. Kaler, one of the veterans of micro sprint racing. Bill Swartz, of course, in that very popularly painted number 26, the Camel Express. Looks in trouble in the middle of the backstretch. Car jumping up over. That was Morgan in the number 44. Well, Bev Kasner actually driving the car today. The green flag waves, and we're back underway with Rick Kaler, your leader.
A lot of bumping back there, but fortunately everybody keeps them straight. And we're back underway with Kaler driving the Kaler's custom car right at the front as we complete lap number 3. Billy Swartz continues to run second, and the 21 has now moved into the 3rd spot.
Chuck Morrow in car number 21 is running 3rd, as you said, Ken. Right behind him is Tommy Snyder in the number 15, and then it's Mark Wetzel in car number 65.
So Kaler continues to lead them as they're pretty much single file around the speedway, and the track's starting to get a little black as we have problems down here in turn number 1. Problems in turn 1 and now turn 2 as car 32 has rolled to a stop. That's Denny Robinson.
Robinson's been having a tough day of it here. He got in trouble in turn number 2 a little bit earlier and brought out the yellow. This will be his second yellow light, and we'll be back with yet another restart. Okay, we'll try it again with your leader, Rick Kaler, as he comes off turn number 4. The green flag waves, and we're back underway. Kaler, followed by Schwartz and the number 21S of Chuck Morrow.
There's a side-by-side battle on your screen with Mark Witzel in car 65 trying to get around the Maverick number 15, and he does so. He moves up into the 4th spot as we get the halfway sign. Kaler continues to lead.
Rick Kaler out in front of Billy Schwartz, but here comes Schwartz now charging in on turns 3 and 4. Schwartz right in that second position, and it looks like the 74 of Rick Kaler may be in trouble here, Ken.
Kaler continues to lead, but Schwartz is after him right now as they head through turn number 3 and 4. They're wheel to wheel as we get the 2-lap sign. 2 to go on Rick Kaler.
Billy Schwartz down on the inside looking at the back window, the number 74 of Rick Kaler as they head into turn number 3. Mark Witzel now on a charge moves into that 3rd spot.
We had him actually 3 wide there. Those 3 cars, I believe the number 21 has developed a problem. He is slowing. That's Chuck Morrow dropping off of the pace. We're going to get the checkered this time off of turn number 4, and we're going to give it to the 74 of Randy Kaler.
Randy Kaler picks up the win. Finishing in that 2nd spot will be Billy Schwartz. Mark Witzel will take 3rd. Tommy Snyder will be your 4th place finisher, and finishing 5th in car number 39 will be Bob Sauter. So I believe I inadvertently was calling Randy Kaler Rick Kaler, but I believe he does have a brother, Rick Kaler. I think that's where I picked that up. But Randy Kaler, your winner in the Kaler's custom race car paint, number 74. And we'll be back with more racing action from the Path Valley Speedway. Okay, we're back here at the Path Valley Speedway for the first qualifying heat in the mini stock division. We'll get down over the starting lineup. On the poles, the number 29 of Lee Kohenauer, and alongside him is the number 60 of Rick Gutschall.
Starting 3rd in car number 76 will be Dale McKinney, and in the 4th starting spot in car 3 will be Ed Bear.
Starting in that 5th spot in car number 98 will be Danny Book, and alongside him in car number 9 will be Mark Vanier.
Row number 4 inside, starting 7th. He won the last time I was here in car number 39, Bobby Allison, and starting 8th in the 15 will be Jason Covert. Covert, the current point leader.
Okay, in that 9th starting spot in car number 11 will be Tom Kohenauer, and alongside him in car number 14 will be Ryan Garlock.
And your last 2 starters in the 77 will be George Dixon and car 15 of Dwight Ritshaw.
Okay, those are your 12 starters in this 8-lap the distance heat race, and we'll be back with the waving of the green flag. Well, we're back here at the Path Valley Speedway. The mini stocks are on the speedway, and the green flag waves. We'll watch them, Lee Kohenauer and Rick Gutschall, as they head into turn number 1.
Oh, the Gremlin, number 29, out of shape and in trouble on the backstretch, and now we got contact between the 00, and they're actually still hooked together, and finally both cars head in opposite directions. We're going to need a couple of wreckers back there, I do believe.
And car number 9 also joining in the festivities up there in turns 3 and 4. That car being driven, of course, by Mark Vanier. So lots of action here at Path Valley. We'll be back with an original restart. Well, we're back here at Path Valley Speedway, and once again the green flag comes out. This time on your pole setter, the number 76 of Dale McKinney. McKinney with the lead, but he's going to get heavy pressure in turns 3 and 4.
Well, we're minus a couple of cars. We got them 3 wide, jockeying for the number 1 spot, and a lot of travel off of turn 4. The green stays out as the Garlock number 14 got out of shape, and now I think we're going to get the caution.
Yep, now comes the caution light, so we don't have an official start yet. We'll be back with hopefully a good waving green flag and take 2 of this mini stock first heat race. Okay, we're back in here once again. We are single foul, so I believe they did count that one lap as being complete. We'll watch your leader, the number 76 of Dale McKinney, as he takes him through turns 1 and 2. Right behind him is the number 98 of Danny Book. Book in that second spot. Riding third is the number 3 of Ed Bear.
Well, Mr. Garlock in car 14 is really having some handling problems. Allison in the 39 right now runs fourth on the speedway. We got a battle up front for the lead. There they are on your screen is the 98 of Danny Book. Tries to take over the number 1 spot, and looks like he might have it as they come off turn 4.
Also going around in car number 3 now is Ed Bear. Bear will move up into that second spot. Look out here on the front stretch.
We've got car number 15 going into the infield area.
That's Dwight Rittenauer. And also joining him is the number 9, once again, of Mark Vanier. So that'll call for yet another yellow light, and we'll be back with the restart. Well, we're back here once again after several parade laps here. Some confusion, I think, as to where everybody belonged. The green flag is back on the speedway, however, and we're back under green.
And we'll watch him down in turn number 1 and 2 with your leader, Danny Book, in car number 98. Book leading car 3 as they head down into turn 3, and that's Ed Bear. This will be halfway, 4 down and 4 to go in this marathon event.
Running in that third spot's the number 76 of Dale McKinney, and riding in the fourth spot's the number 39, the heavyweight, Bobby Allison.
Right now it's Book leading, and Bear trying to close up as we complete lap number 5. 5 down and 3 to go. On your leader, Danny Book in the black number 98.
Right now the number 11 car of Tom Cohenauer moves around Bobby Allison and also gets by the number 76 car of Dale McKinney.
McKinney got real high and out of shape, lost some ground. We've got the 2-lap sign on the speedway. 2 to go on your leader, Danny Book, but he's getting some traffic right now on his back bumper as they head down into turn 3 in car number 3, and that's Ed Bear. Bear making a challenge now as we get the white flag.
One more trip around on your leader, the number 98 of Danny Book. Challenging now on the inside as they head down the backstretch is the number 3 of Ed Bear. Bear's going to have one more corner to try and get by the leader, Book, as they come off turn 4. The checker flag waves. Your winner is going to be Danny Book in car number 98.
Book picking up the win. Ed Bear will qualify second. Third spot will go to the number 11 of Tom Cohenauer, and qualifying fourth was the 39 of Bobby Allison, and taking fifth in car 14 was Ryan Garlock.
So, first heat for the mini stocks will go into the record books, and we'll be back with more action from the Path Valley Speedway. Okay, we're back here once again at the Path Valley Speedway for heat race number 2 in the mini stock division. Starting on the pole, the number 1 will be Dave Scott, and alongside him, the number 27 of Jeff Jenkins.
Starting third will be the number 8 of Dallas Booker, and starting fourth in car 32, Charlie Myers.
Starting in that fifth spot will be the number 45 of Max Baer, and alongside him is the number 14 of Tim Shope.
He'll be followed by the 96 of Alan Johnson, the 17 of Marshall Witzel, 47 Ellis Witzel, 34 Fred Schnurr, and the 44 of John Covert.
And we are under green and trouble already up in turn number 2, but everybody manages to keep it going the same direction. We'll watch them. No yellow flag. It's amazing. Off turn number 4, your leader will be the number 1, your pole setter of Dave Scott.
Well, you used my word. Exactly. Amazing that they didn't have some trouble down here as they got them all straightened out. Now car 32 is going around in the ring, and he's going to bring out a caution with 1 lap completed. The 32, Charlie Myers.
And we'll be back with another restart attempt in this, the second heat for the mini stocks. Well, we're back here once again as we'll try and get back under green flag, and we do off turn number 4. On your leader, the number 1 of Dave Scott. Running in that second spot is car number 8 of Dallas Booker. Running third is the number 45 of Max Baer as they head into turn number 3.
And they're really battling right now for that third spot. Here's your leader off turn number 4, and it continues to be the 1 of Dave Scott with a lot of traffic. The Garlock number 14 works the inside trying to move up through the pack, and that's Tim Shope. Shope right now trying to take over third as they race into turn 3.
Side by side through turns 3 and 4 now. Off turn 4, your leader continues to be the number 1 of Dave Scott. Scott's up ahead of all that congestion that's going on. Off turn number 2 now, and then we're going to be 3 wide down the backstretch as car number 8 slows up. That car's being driven by Dallas Bucher.
Boy, Dallas really bobbled there and just about got hammered, but he was able to straighten it out and keep the car between the fences. We got the halfway sign coming on the field. We're 4 down and 4 to go in this event. And right now, car 1 is getting away from the rest of them. That's Dave Scott as we complete lap 5.
Oh, he hasn't had to do any door handle racing with anybody, Ken. So that has allowed him to stretch his lead just a bit over the number 14 of Tim Shope. Remember, Shope came from that 6th position.
These guys are really jockeying back in the pack. Here's the caution coming out as car number 32 spun into the infield. That was Charlie Myers. He spun, straight the car out, and he's back underway.
Okay, under yellow once again. We'll be back with the restart. Okay, we'll watch them as they come off turn number 4. Pat Snyder waves the green flag, and we're back underway with your leader, Dave Scott, as they head into turn number 1 now.
Right now, they're single file around the speedway. Now we get a little traffic back in the back as car 17 tries to move up. That's Russell Witzel.
Marshall Witzel in the number 17, challenging for that 5th position now as they come down the front stretch. 2 laps to go on your leader, Dave Scott, but he's getting some pressure now from the number 14 of Tim Shope.
Well, for the first time, we got a battle for the number 1 spot, and we'll watch it off turn 4 as car 14 swings to the inside, but the leader continues to use a lot of the speedway. Now the 14 car swings to the outside. Tim Shope trying to take the lead on the high side. They're going to race down in turn 3. Shope with the momentum, may be able to get around, but your leader continues to be off turn 4, the 1 of Dave Scott.
And Dave Scott will pick up the win over Tim Shope in car number 14. Finishing 3rd will be the number 45 car of Max Baer, and finishing in that 4th spot would be the number 8, driven by Dallas Bucher, and I believe the number 96 car was your 5th place finisher. That car being driven by Glenn Johnson. So, heat race number 2 now in the record books, and we'll be back with more action here from the Path Valley Speedway. Well, we're back here once again at the Path Valley Speedway. We'll get down over the starting lineup for heat race number 1 in the pure stock division. Starting on the poles, the number 5 of Ken Beck, and alongside him is car number 33 of Junior McMillan.
Starting 3rd will be the number 37 of George Piles, and starting 4th in car 40, Ken Rao.
In that 5th starting spot will be car number 38 of Sonny Williamson, and alongside him in the 001 car will be Rick Bookwalter.
Starting 7th will be the number 28 of Ken Hill. Your 8th starter in car number 25 will be Darrell Baker, and starting 9th in scratch in car number 16, I believe it is Dean Witzel.
Right, you are, Dean Witzel. So, 9 starters, again, 8 laps the distance in this, the pure stock first qualifying heat race. We'll watch Pat Snyder, our flagman, and he will wave the green flag. We're going to go racing down the front stretch with your leader, the number 5 of Ken Beck.
Kenny Beck jumping right into the lead at the drop of the green in this event, but that won't last for long as we got car 37 of George Piles going right after him down into turn number 3. Beck tries to bring him off as he gets a little out of shape, and a lot of cars in the back really all over the speedway. It's getting slick out there. I'm sure a lot of these guys aren't used to this kind of racing surface.
Well, they campaign here regularly on Friday nights, so this would be kind of a different deal here on a daylight show. Right now, we've got a new leader off turn number 4 in car number 32, I believe. Car number 38 make that. Sonny Williamson moves into the front. Williamson will take him down the backstretch. Sliding up into that 3rd spot now is the number 28 car of Ken Hill. So Ken Hill moves up to 3rd, but he has barely consummated that position.
And right now he's getting a challenge on the inside by car number 37, trying to move back up. That's George Piles. Piles on the inside of Hill as they race down the backstretch. We got 5 of them in a bunch as they head into turn number 3. Real good racing right now off of turn 4 at the halfway point in this one. 4 down and 4 to go.
Up front, it's all the number 38 right now of Sonny Williamson. Riding all alone in that 2nd spot is the number 5 of Kenny Beck. But look at this battle for actually the 4th position, as again 5 of them all haul into turn number 3, and it make it 6 of them now as they've caught your 2nd place man, the number 37. of George Piles.
Well, Bookwalter in the 001 has now finally cleared that whole bunch of cars, and he runs in the 3rd spot, I do believe, on the speedway as we get the 2-lap sign. 2 to go on your leader. He's already over here in turn number 1, heading down the backstretch now. The 38 car of Sonny Williamson way out ahead. Your 2nd place car is the 5 of Kenny Beck, and Doug Bookwalter in the 001, or Rick Bookwalter in the 001 runs 3rd as we get the white.
There's your leader on the speedway, the number 38 of Sonny Williamson, as the checkered flag will be made ready for Williamson as he comes off turn number 4. The checkered flag waves, and Williamson will pick up the win. Finishing in that 2nd spot will be the number 5 of Kenny Beck. Finishing 3rd is the 001 of Rick Bookwalter. 4th will go to the Sweet 16 of Dean Witzel.
And the 25 in the event of Darrell
Boer, I believe it is.
Booker will finish in the 5th spot. 5 of those cars qualifying, and real good heat race. Sonny Williamson really opening it up.
Sonny doing a great job in heat race number 1 of the Pure Stock Division. 3 heats scheduled for this division. We'll be back with more racing action here from the Path Valley Speedway.
Okay, Pure Stock heat number 2. Here's the way we'll line up.
Well, we're back here at the Path Valley Speedway for heat race number 2 in the Pure Stock Division. We'll go down over the starting lineup. In car number 171 will be Jim, I believe it's Schaefer, and alongside him in car number 88 will be Rodney Walker.
Starting 3rd will be the number 24 of Mike Watkins, and starting in the 5th spot in car 50 will be Tim Timmons.
In that 5th starting spot in car number 55 will be Alan Yutzi, and alongside him in car number 9N will be Brent Morton.
Starting in the 7th spot will be the number 51 of Dan Witzel, and the 056 will be Bobby
Kraus.
And
bringing up the rear of the field will be the number 01 of John Bookwalter. So those are your 9 starters. Again, 8 laps the distance. We'll be back with the waving of the green flag.
Number 1,000.
Well, we're back here once again at the Path Valley Speedway. Our starting field is on the speedway up in turns 3 and 4. Pat Snyder waves the green flag, and we're going to go racing down the front stretch with your leader, the number 88 of Rodney Walker. So car number 171 not showing up for the field for this event, and a car spinning in turn number 2. It's the 05.
I'll tell you what, Alan Yutzi in car 55 really had a lot of handling problem the whole way around, and fortunately stayed out of trouble, but we're going to now need a restart.
Okay, and we'll be back with that restart in just a second. Well, back in here once again for take 2 in this, the 2nd qualifying heat race for the Pure Stocks. We'll watch them once again as they come down the front stretch. Car number 88 seems to be the paragon of the field right now, but he's getting some pressure from car number 24, Mike Watkins.
And the 056 for the 2nd time spins on turn number 2.
Okay, nice job there, Bob Krause, and he brings out yet another yellow light. We'll be back with the restart. Well, we're back in here again at Path Valley. We're going to give it one more shot. And let's see if the 056 can keep it headed the right direction with the rest of the boys this time as we get green flag off turn number 4. Car number 88 once again for the 3rd time, your leader, Rodney Walker. And this time he's going to get pressure from the big white 50, Ken, as they head down the backstretch. The 50 in the lead. Tim Timmons.
A lot of battling for that runner-up spot, but Tim Timmons does bring him off turn 4 with the lead. Timmons now takes him off at turn number 2 as we officially get this race underway. 1 lap completed. Tim Timmons, your leader, as they head down with Dan Witzel running 2nd in car number 51, and he's going to drop to the inside. Now the outside of Tim Timmons.
John Bookwalter in the number 01 car working the high side of the speedway now, looking for a way around the number 51 car. They get out of shape on the backstretch, and the 01 car moves up into 2nd. That's John Bookwalter. He'll put pressure now on Tim Timmons, your leader.
Timmons continues at the front. Now Bookwalter is in a challenging position, and he seems to have the speedway pretty much under control, while a lot of the other drivers are having a hard time hooking up. But Tim Timmons right now continues with the lead in car 50, but he's heading towards the grandstand, and now he's heading to the infield, but he keeps it between the fences.
It took every square inch of that racetrack to save it, but Tim Timmons is going the right direction at least and running in that 5th spot. New leader now, the number 01 of John Bookwalter, but he gets out of shape.
Now John loses it, and he's on the infield. And we get caution.
We're going to get a caution light. Maybe it's good that it'll give all these drivers a chance to calm down a little bit. The leader must have been jinxed, Ken. We saw the 50 of Tim Timmons. He had the lead.
I thought Tim Timmons was looking for a seat in the grandstand there for a second. He took a nice look up there and didn't see anything and looked towards the infield.
Well, when we go green flag, we'll have a new leader. Notice the pig hanging out of the quarter window of that machine. There you can see the pig riding along. Don't know if I'd want to be in that position or not, but we'll be back with the waving of the green flag.
We're back here at the Path Valley Speedway, and we're at the halfway point of this event, and we've got a green flag waving off of turn number 4. Your leader continues to be Witzel in car number 51, as the rest of the boys now are going to have to work their way from the back after some action there before the yellow flag come out. Witzel leads them down into turn number 3, as he right now is starting to open up some daylight.
Danny Witzel in that number 51 with the pig hanging out the side. I guess you could say he's making bacon out there, Ken.
All right now, and our friend in the 056 is coming all the way back through the pack. So after some early problems, he seems to have things under control as Bobby Kraus is coming all the way up into the runner-up spot with 2 to go.
More trouble in turn number 4 now as a couple of cars getting out of shape there. The number 24 car of Mike Watkins and the number, I believe it's the 55. It's so wrinkled up you can hardly read the number on the side of that car. That would be Alan Yutzi. We'll be back with yet another restart. Well, we're back here at Path Valley. There you can see the number 55 car. And you know, in the back in the pit area, that's a bad thing to have. It's kind of like wearing the scarlet letter or something when the right side of your race car is all hammered up like that. It kind of gives you a bad name.
A couple of dents on the other side, too. I'm not sure where they came from.
Not as many, though. The right side of that car is really hammered up.
Right now we get the green flag, and we're back underway with Mark Witzel, your leader in car 51. And he's getting a challenge now from Kraus, who has come all the way from the back in the 056. White flag, 1 to go on Witzel.
Trouble in turn number 4. Heavy contact right into the fence. Great action here, and Yutzi may have just packed it in here this afternoon at Path Valley.
The orange peel this time hammered the wall, and I do believe the front end is now going to have some dents, and the front end also looks to be messed up.
Ambulance being called for on turn 4. The ambulance being called for on turn 4. The red flag will come out.
We'll pick it back up. Green flag waves on your leader, the number 51 of Dan Witzel.
Witzel continuing to lead Bobby Kraus as they race off of turn number 2. We're actually down to 6 cars left on the speedway in this event, and your starter has the checkered flag in hand, and that's going to do it. Dan Witzel will take the win as a 056 battles himself to the checkered flag.
He had his hands full keeping that 056 headed the right direction. Finishing in that 3rd spot will be the number 15K, I believe. I don't even see that on our lineup sheet here, Ken.
And that car, we'll pick it up as it comes by here. Could be the 51 was your winner. That's what it is, 15K, and you're right, it's not on the lineup sheet.
Finishing 4th would be the 01 of John Bookwalter. Possibly a late entry, the number 15 car. But at any rate, the number 51, the winner, and he carries the symbolic checkered flag around the speedway. They do that here after each of the heat races. I've seen it done after the feature event, but never following all the heat events. But they do it here, and I suppose it gives the drivers a little added thrill to carry that checkered flag.
I'm sure the heats don't pay any money, so it is one reward, and we'll be back with heat race number 3 for the Pure Stocks.
Okay, we're back here at the Path Valley Speedway. I'll go down over the lineup quickly. Starting on the pole of heat race number 3 for the pure stocks will be Bob Williamson in car number 43, and alongside him, the number 7 will be Ted Hess.
Starting third will be the number 49 of Ronnie Blair, and the 3S of Dave
McMullen.
McMullen will start fourth.
And the rest of the field consists of Paul Morton, James Bookwalter, Rodney Smith, Ron Garlock, and Barry Hoffinger.
And we've got a green flag on Bobby Williamson as he takes the field down through turn 1 and 2, and the 3S is up high, kicking up some dust, but he keeps it straight as they head down the backstretch.